And a good Thursday morning to you all as we kick things off in the KBO. Now, in the latest series of Doosan Bears reshuffle, no one expected this next news to happen. In fact, many of the coaches and players were caught off guard when the Doosan Bears decided to fire manager Kim Jin-wook. Now, on Wednesday, Doosan Bears president Kim Seung-young personally gave manager Kim Jin-wook the notice, stating that he will not return next year. The team's PR rep added that it was his poor decision-making as a manager that led to the decision as they promoted their Futures League manager Song Il-soo. Now, Song, a 63-year-old Korean-Japanese coach, is known for his offensive managing and should be a good fit according to many experts. Meanwhile, the news came while the Doosan Bears were training in Miyazaki, Japan. Moving on to some midweek K-League Classic action as Gangwon FC and Daegu FC drew 2-2 with Suwon beating Jeonbuk 1-0. Also, Gyeongnam FC and Daejeon drew 1-1 and Seongnam pulled away with a 1-0 win over Jeonnam. So with that said, let's take a look at a few big matches that took place as well, starting off with FC Seoul taking on Pohang Steelers. Of course, going into the game here, both teams known for their offense, and the first goal of the match comes in the 12th minute as Kim Seung-young drills one past the goalkeeper on a rebound, and Pohang is up 1-0. 21st minute, a foul is called on the penalty area, and FC Seoul has a chance to tie it up. Daeyeon takes the spot kick and converts it 1-1. Just 5 minutes to this, it's No Byung-jun with a brilliant goal here, and Pohang is back up 2-1. Stays that way going into the second half of the match, but in the 74th minute, here's an insurance goal from No Byung-jun, his second goal of the match, and Pohang takes this match 3-1 as their title hopes remain alive. And moving on, Ulsan Hyundai Tigers taking on Busan I-Park 21st minute. Here's Rafinha and he scores 1-0 Ulsan. Ulsan taking this lead going into the second half of the match until Lee Jung-ho sends one past the goalkeeper, and that's the equalizer. Ulsan trying to pull at least a draw in this match, but Jose Fagner says, no way, Jose. 89th minute goal gives Busan the thrilling win here, 2-1, your final score. And moving on to some Wednesday night's KBL action, Ulsan Mobis Phoebus took on the Goyang Orions. So let's take a look at the highlights from Ulsan. We go over to the game here. First quarter of the game, 6 different Orions players scoring in the quarter as they take a 19-15 lead going into the second quarter. But Mobis bounces back in the second quarter as they tie it up 39-39 going into halftime. Third quarter of the game, Mobis lighting it up, outscoring Goyang 30-17. Mobis never looking back in this game as Moon Tae-young puts up 22 points and 13 rebounds as Mobis crushes the Orions 91-70. Next up, we go over to the V-League where Hyundai Hillstate rallied back to beat Daejeon KGC 3-2 over on the women's side. Meanwhile, Samsung Hwajae Bluefangs took on the struggling KEPCO Vicstorm, so let's take a look at the highlights. Of course, in the first set of the game, Samsung cruises through as they penetrate KEPCO's defense 25-19 before taking the second set as well, 25-23. In the third set, KEPCO looking like a different team here as they take the third set 25-21 to force a fourth set. Meanwhile, Leo Martinez struggling in this game but still manages 21 attack points on the night, with Lee Sung-gyu putting up 5 blocks as Samsung takes the fourth set 25-14 and a 3-1 victory. And finishing things off in the UFC as 30-year-old Bang Tae-hyun becomes the 7th Korean UFC fighter after signing with the company. Of course, with Yang Dong-hee no longer in the UFC, there are now 6 Korean fighters as he's set to fight in the lightweight division with his debut fight set to take place in January. So, best of luck to him. And that is going to wrap it up for me. This has been SJ. Have a great rest of the day and see you guys again for your sports needs.